Hi everyone, this is Key. In this video, I'd like to give you a sense of the 10-week program that you, the agents, are going to participate with me during the October-December period. I'm sure you've heard that your broker is participating in what's called the Whole Office 10-week program. It's a program where the brokers work with Stan Bishop, the coach of the brokers, and they have their own agenda and they work on it each other week, as well as you, the agents. And I wanted to give you a sense of what to expect, how your participation is going to work, how to get value out of this program. See, these 10 weeks of what I call coaching, training, are meant to help you become a better listing agent. Are meant to help you become a better business asker. Learning to ask for business is essential to real estate. A lot of agents do it on the side. So I'm going to give you the major subjects of my topics. I'm going to talk about this thing called the pledge. I'm going to talk about the Facebook group page, just to give you a sense of how the program works. All right, who am I? My name is Key. Most of you, if you're with Exit, you are with Exit, know that I'm a mindset trainer. I've been doing this for over 20 years, 22 years. I've been in your shoes. I know that real estate is not always easy. It takes guts to be a realtor, to succeed. My specialty, I'm a coach. I'm an activity coach. I'm a prospecting coach. I develop business habits and plans that agents can massage and work on their own for themselves to do well in real estate. I mean, that's the bottom line. You don't want to be doing real estate just because it's fun. You want to be making money at the end of the week, at the end of the month, at the end of the year. And that means you got to run it like a business. So let me share with you how I approach this business. See, nearly 80% of our industry or our agents do not prioritize prospecting. They think of it as an additional thing to business. They don't realize that prospecting, or the act of asking for business, the act of finding business, is the highest and most important activity that they do. They tend to focus on servicing the business, which is important, but they prioritize that over prospecting. And this is why their production is spotty. It is not as good as they want it to be. And this is why close to 80% of the business is done by a little bit more than 20% of agents. So what do the 20% of agents know that are closing about 80% of the business? Well, they have systems in place. They have checklists. They run their business like a business. They think of their business like a business. They don't think of it as a thing they do on the side. They don't think of real estate as this is something I do as well. They think of it as this is what I do. This is what my income depends on. So I think we could do better at Exit. I think our agents could become the listing agents of the industry. But that means you have to have plans, you have to have scripts, you have to have structure to your day. You got to plan your day a little bit better, and you need to approach your business from the point of view that opportunity, if it does not have a follow-up system with it, doesn't end up doing anything for you. You want to be a better follow-up at generating business, at interacting with clients, and asking for business. I personally believe that every full-time agent, if they want to, can earn a bronze award. And what is a bronze award? For me, it's very simple: 25 transactions or more than 100,000 a year. Remember, if you did 25 transactions a year, you will be earning more than 100,000. I truly believe that every agent is capable of doing that. Now, if you're a brand new agent and you said to me, I'm on track to do about 12 deals a year. All right. That means you're getting there. You're building your base. Your base is about one deal a month. We need you to be at your base. One deal a month should be like your minimum, like your groove. And here's the beauty. Once you learn how to do one deal a month, especially if you layer it with listings, you will always do well. So keep that in mind. I believe the major obstacles for agents to get a bronze award, if they want it, only if they want it, are mindset. Their mindset has not been fine-tuned yet. Poor business habits, poor business planning, lack of self-discipline, lack of consistency of implementation. They run their business willy-nilly. They don't run it like it should make sense. So let's do better. Why not? If your broker is investing a lot of money to bring this program to your office, we want you to get value out of it. We want you to, at the end of it, to end up making you money. So whether you want to call it fishing or call it hunting, I call it prospecting, the art of asking for business is essential. Learning to ask for business consistently is what you do. Those who wait for business to come to them tend to struggle the most. You don't want to be the person who's sitting on the coast to clean the fish. You want to be the person going on the boat fishing with everybody else. You want to be catching the fish, not just cleaning the fish. Our job is to learn to not just service the business, but to actually create the business that we must service. And that's the difficulty on our business. Our difficulty in our business is not that our agents are not smart. They are smart. They avoid the prospecting side much more than they should, when really, if you have a plan for it, it will serve you right. The agents who are going to take my 10 sessions are going to be thinking this way. So there's a total of 10 sessions. 5 of them are live and 5 of them are self-directed. So the first session with me that you're going to do with me will be live. But prior to that, you will be given a video to work on your own, which we call that self-directed. So prior to you being with me, which I'll show you in just a second, prior to you being with me live in a session, you will be doing a self-directed video, what we call self-knowledge. It's a video with a handout where you sit down, you watch it by yourself, and you do the work, and then you take the assignment in it and you develop it to grow your business, basically. So there are 5 live sessions and 5 self-directed sessions that you will be on. So there's a total of 10 sessions. You have access to also a private Facebook group. I'm going to be asking you to join a private Facebook group, because in that group, you'll be practicing your scripts. Let me show you what it looks like. Let me show you an existing Facebook group. Obviously, the Facebook group that you will be in will be created soon, and I will be sending you a reminder to join it through your broker. But I want to show you what it looks like. This is Facebook, obviously. I'm going to go to the existing Facebook group page. So this is the Facebook group page for the people in the course right now called the July-September course. And as you can see, Mindy Milligan is doing what's called the response script. This week, I sent them a self-directed class. We are at week 3. So we've already done 2 live sessions, and we've already done 2 self-directed sessions. So in this session, I sent them all a video to watch called the Huff and Puff script. I know you're going, what is that? Well, you know what it is. Imagine you're calling someone or door knocking someone, and you're asking them, have you thought about selling your home? And they, instead of saying yes, and instead of saying no, they huff and puff. They go, well, we've thought about it. We're not sure. We're thinking about it. Well, they don't want to say yes to you because they don't know you yet. but they're not saying no to you because deep down they are thinking about selling. So they're in that zone. So what do you say as an agent when somebody huffs and puffs? How do you secure yourself an appointment? So Mindy in this video is learn the script, and then I ask the agent who participate in the course to record in this private Facebook group. Now, why is it a private Facebook group? Well, I designed it so that you can make mistakes. I designed it so you can find your courage. I designed it so you can build confidence. And the other people in the class, just like you, understand what you're going through. So as you do the class, just for example, last week we learned a script called the just listed script. How do you run that script? And guess what? Karen learned the script and now recorded herself. As she records herself, the other agents are watching it. They're learning from it. They're learning themselves. They're doing it themselves. So each week, there's another one from Steve King. He learned last week the just sold phone script, and now he's practicing it. And the reason I do this is if you practice a script, you are more likely to build confidence than to just know the script. If I gave you all of the scripts you will ever need to learn in real estate, they will be useless to you. If you learn the psychology of the script and how the script works and why it works the way it works and what should you do to implement that script, how do you build that confidence so that you're not nervous when you're talking to the client? Well, guess what? Practice is what you need. And I designed this Facebook group to be private so that we can make mistakes together and learn from each other. As you can see, each person is doing the script. This one is a script we learned 2 weeks ago called the elevator speech. So there are all kinds of scripts that I give you, and your job is to practice them. And I'm going to be encouraging you to practice them because you get better by doing, not just knowing. So imagine this. So we have 10 weeks, 5 weeks, every other week. So every 2 weeks, we're going to be live. And I will be teaching you a live session. The sessions are about an hour and 15 minutes. We usually start at 10 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, we start at 10 a.m. Eastern and we finish about 11:15 a.m. Eastern. So it's an hour and 15 minutes. And I'm going to show you the topics I'm going to be covering. Then what I want the agents to do right after my class is to sit around with the other agent and the broker and practice what they learned. And then when they practice what they learn, they start going, okay, now that I've learned the script, now that I know what I'm going to do, then they put the implementation in. So the bonus self-directed session prior to session 1, you will be asked to sign a pledge. Now, some of you are going, what do you mean you want me to sign a pledge? Well, here's what we found. Accountability makes a big difference. When you choose to do something and you pledge to do something, you tend to do much better than when you are forced to do something. I am well aware, and I'm specifically talking to brokers right now, I'm well aware that not every agent in your office is going to want to participate in the agent portion of the course. It is what it is. Some agents don't want to, or don't feel like they have the need to, or don't desire to, whatever reason they have. It is what it is. But those who do, when they sign a pledge of participation and conduct and how to work the system, they tend to do better. Let me show you what the pledge looks like. It's not that difficult. It looks like this. The pledge of the course. Oops, sorry, give me a chance here. So this is the pledge. And basically, the agent will fill in their name, phone number, email address, their main office, and then they read each session and they check mark it to say, I'm pledging that. And it basically says that you'll be on time, that you'll be respectful of the other people in the group, that you will be thoughtful about what you're going to do, that you will try your best with your assignment to the best of your ability. Remember, I don't believe in perfection. I believe in progress. It reminds you of the dates so that you can secure them and protect them. It tells you how to attend. We want you to attend from the office, but we are aware that some of you, maybe you have a minor illness, or your broker give you a dispensation to take it from your home office. Remember, your office has the main link, the live link to the office, and he or she has only 5 more. So we want the agent to participate in the office as much as possible so they can build a community around what they're learning as much as possible. But we know from time to time, some agents, due to distance or a minor illness, they don't want to come to the office and they want to do it from their home office. And that's up to the broker to give those additional 5 locations or 5 logins. There's a pledge here for you to read a book of your choice. I'm a big believer that you reading good books, good business book will be helping. I even give you suggestions if you want. Some people like to pick the book called No Excuses by Brian Tracy. Some people like to pick the book called Atomic Habits by James Clear, or Organize Tomorrow Today by Jason Salk. To be honest with you, you get to pick the book. I am a firm believer, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, you got to make time to read every morning for a minimum of 10 minutes for a minute, and write your ideas in a journal, or a bit what I call a business journal, and your strategies and the ideas you're learning for about 5 minutes. We call that the 10-5. It will benefit you. Those who do it always do well. So keep that in mind as you go along. So you will be signing a pledge saying that I'm going to do my best. That's really what the pledge is. The pledge simply says, I'm not going to play around with this. I'm going to give it all I got to the best of my ability, and I'm going to try to do the assignment to the best of my ability. I'm going to collaborate with other agents. I'm going to learn to ask for business. And if I make mistakes, it is what it is. I'm just going to keep at it. So the first, before you come into my class, you'll be signing the pledge. And as you're signing the pledge, one of the exercises is to watch a video, which is your first self-directed video, and that will help you with your branding, how to brand yourself as a real estate agent. Okay? So that will be your first assignment. Then comes the live session. Then the first live session is called the mindset of prospecting and the time blocking of prospectors. So that will be the first session. Again, the session starts at 10 a.m. They're about an hour and 15 minutes. Just to give you a sense of the dates, for those of you looking carefully, let me show you what the dates are. If you scroll down here as part of the pledge, and remember, it will be you'll be receiving it from your broker. Our first live session is Wednesday, October 13th. And then the session after that will be self-directed, the Wednesday after that. And then on October 27th, there's another live session. Then on the 10th, then on the 1st, then on the 15th. So there are 5 live sessions that we want you to attend from the office, if at all possible, or if you get the dispensation from your broker, from your own home office, on a laptop or a desktop of your choice, or a tablet, not on your phone. And we log in at around 9:45 a.m. Eastern or 8:45 a.m. Central. We start exactly at 10 a.m. Eastern, and we go to about 11:15 a.m. Eastern, which is 10:15 a.m. Central. So those are the dates. I will be asking you to have them in your calendar protected as much as possible. So we're going to learn on live session 1, the mindset of asking for business. We're going to learn the script as well. And then we're going to learn to time block. So so that we can have better systems of business. The second one will be 2 weeks later. The live session then will be about phone canvassing. We're going to learn how to canvass using the phone. How do you make calls? How do you sound non-salesy? You don't want to be salesy. You want people to talk to you. You want people to interact with you. What are the methodologies? What are the scripts? What are the steps? What is the music of the phone call, basically? How do you approach a call so people can interact with you properly? And there is an art to it, and there is a system to it. In fact, you will learn a mnemonics called Bravo that will remind you how to make calls and get people to engage you. So that will be live session 2. Then 2 weeks later, we're going to learn about lead management. Now, you're going to generate leads. You're going to generate what's called prospects, but you have to follow up. What is a proper follow-up system? How do you run your CRM? How often do you follow up? What are the things that you would say when you're following up? What are the right procedures? How do you think about it? How do you use the right CRM? What are the scripts? What are the follow-up routines? How often should you touch base with your follow-up so that you end up with an appointment? Remember, unless you have an appointment, very difficult to get a sale. So the follow-up system is essential when you're working with people. So that would be live session 3. Then we skip a week, and then we go to live session 4. We're going to learn how to canvas in the neighborhood. How do you canvas and brand yourself properly in neighborhoods so that the people who will be thinking about selling in the future will remember Sally came to my door. She looked like she knew what she was doing. You want to be able to plant seeds in the minds of your future sellers so they pick you. So guess what? There's an art and a skill to what's called neighborhood canvassing. Neighborhood canvassing is how do you engage people? How do you talk to potential sellers who are not selling right now, but something will happen to their lives in the future? They will be thinking of you. And that's what we want. We want them to be thinking of you when they're ready to sell. So we're going to learn about open house canvassing. And then finally, we're going to learn another script, which is the last session. We're going to talk about global farming. Global farming is when you are trying to get listings, not just from the areas that you live in or around the open houses you have, but any area, any neighborhood you pick. How do you farm it? How do you follow up? How do you use a combination of technology and scripts to engage people to talk to you about real estate? We call that local farming strategy. And guess what? You will be learning scripts as well. So I want you to imagine this. Over the 10 sessions, we have a session prior to the live session that you do on your own. Then there are 5 live sessions. And in between these 5, there are 4 sessions that are self-directed that you do on your own. And I'll give you topics. One of them, for example, is the elevator speech. One of them is called the Huff and Puff script. Another one is how do you handle FISBOs? So you will be given a script each week. And what you want to do is learn it, write it the way you want, make it sound like you, practice it with another agent in your office, then put it in motion, put it to work. And here's what we found. Those who apply these ideas build a better foundation for the long term, because the currency of success is not knowledge. The currency of success in real estate is confidence. When you present with confidence to your future sellers or to future buyers, you're planting seeds in their mind that we got a winner. We want to work with her. We want to work with him. He or she knows what she's doing. So confidence is not something you fake. It's a skill. It's something you develop. And how do you develop it? By these ideas I just shared with you. Learning a script, changing it to sound like you, practicing it, trying it with someone, This is why we have that Facebook group. This is why I want you to work with other people. This is why I want you to work from the office. Because when you are uncomfortable with me and you make mistakes with me or your broker, that's fine. You will survive. What I don't want to happen is you making mistakes with potential buyers or sellers because you only get one chance with them. With me, you get many chances. You can make as many mistakes as you want because I know you're learning. The more you do it, the better you get. So you gotta invest in yourself. This is a course where you're pledging your success. And success is a series of skills. It's habits that you learn, that you implement. We have to stop thinking that agents are naturally born to do real estate. I don't believe that. I believe that agents are capable of developing the skills and the checklist of success. But it requires consistency. This is why over the 10 weeks, if you stick with me, if you attend all of the sessions, the ones we do live and the ones you do on your own, and you do your best with your assignment, what you're doing without realizing it is working out. I mean, think about it. Have you ever exercised, worked out with somebody? The first time you go working out and you look at yourself in the mirror, nothing has changed. The next day you go work out and you look at yourself in the mirror, nothing has changed. But with the repetition of those ideas, you get stronger. You build more confidence. You build not only knowledge, you build that inner knowledge. You build what's called a muscle that automatically knows what to say. You don't have to think about what to say. And that ability requires an investment on your part. Real estate requires that you invest in your success and in your habit. And there's only one person that can do it. It's you. Your brokers have already invested in financially to have this program in your office. You have to invest yourself in yourself and give it your best. Just give me a chance. Just show up to the classes. Look at my style of training. Look at the handouts I give you. My classes are very practical. We don't just talk about ideas that are nefarious or superfluous or just go out. No, we are very practical. This is how you say it. Tweak it to sound like you. This is how you approach it. This is how you think about it. This is your checklist. This is how you work your business. And that's where the skills are developed. Let me give you this idea about success. It comes from Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. He says, do not wait. The time will never be just right. Start where you stand and work whatever tools you may have at your command. And better tools will be found as you go along. So first of all, make sure you get this book at some point. Some of you have already read this book, which is excellent. But Think and Grow Rich is one of those fundamental books of entrepreneurs. Every entrepreneur has come across Napoleon Hill. But what he's saying basically is get going. Stop the illusion of perfection to get going. Just get going. You will learn as you go along. And this is why I designed this course for you. I designed it to be very practical. Remember I showed you those videos of those agents on the phone? Very practical. And when it's practical, you build confidence. When you build confidence, people want to talk to you. Well, I hope I convinced you that this course is worth your consideration. Your broker is really in charge of this course, not me. So expect things from your broker. Expect the pledge and the participation soon from them. And I look forward to seeing you in my class. Take care, everybody.